see, I'm at the badminton court right now. So welcome to today's vlog. This is Lynn from Give.Asia. So I think all of you can actually guess what is the topic of today, right? That's right, that is event fundraising using sport. This is one of the badminton court here where you see like people is playing around, and you can actually organize something like this as a tournament, as like between your colleagues, your friends and family, and from those activities you can actually raise funds for your charity, of course. So let's find out what is sport fundraising. So let's put things into perspective a little bit. Actually, 1 out of 4 people agree that sports events promote people gathering and making positive change. Actually, the sport fundraising event has grown remarkably over the past 5 years, and some most common sport types for sport events are running, which made up to 62%. We have cycling, we have swimming, triathlon, marathon, and trekking. And actually, sport fundraising event is an effective way to fundraising and build up your brand awareness. Even though it's gonna take some major investment, but at the end of the day, it's all well worth it. By knowing the required investment and the rate of investment of each event is the first step of holding a sport event. So sport event can generate average rate with medium investment. So therefore, can fit in a large scale of organization. You can raise your funding by selling treats, refreshments, goods at the event such as hot dogs, garlic fries, soda, etc. Or you can selling your ticket through some online platform, for example like Eventbrite, or just sell it at the door. Some tips for you guys: you can add on some barbecue or raw for your event, but remember to get some insurance and license. You also need to get some feedback from your event, from the people participate in it, or the people who just come to enjoy the atmosphere. So that way you can make this better the next time you do it. The very first thing you really need to do to start out planning your event fundraising is set the SMART goal for your events. So set up that one goal that you think is optimum for your nonprofit and stick to it. Budgeting evenly to make sure you raise more than you spend on the event itself, so that way you can chip out that number of money to the people in need. The second thing you really need to do with the sport event fundraising is choose the venue and the day and get on with the right type of events. So depending on your organization mission and the causes you cared about, as well as your target audience and your main supporter, you can choose the type of event sport that most suit them and eventually lead you to better money spent and monies raised. It also depends on your budget and your agenda as well. So make sure you choose the day where a lot of people can participate, or a lot of supporters can join in and support for the participation. So another factor to be considered is staffing and volunteering, which is super important in running fundraising event, especially in sport event. The third thing you really need to do is to grab your corporate sponsor. So you need to define your values so you can clearly communicate why your organization is a good fit. How does your mission align with that sponsor goals? Do they have employment already supporting your cause? How many people in the community have benefited from your organization? Or talk about the size and the demographics of the audience you will reach. Tell potential sponsor how they will be featured and promoted at the event. So get back to what you can get the money from for your sport event, where you can sell in your treats, your refreshment. These are the companies that you can actually go for it to ask them to become your sponsor. Another thing really important is to determine your sports event type. It could be a tournament, it could be a one-off match, a league with different number of players or teams, or it could be a multiple sport, or it could just be an individual sport. and make sure you ask your sponsor, which can be a local gym or local schools, to plan ahead some supplier as well. Another aspect really important in planning up your event fundraising with sport is you have to be creative with the ideas to make your audience wow. That was fun, and they're gonna tell the whole world about it. They're gonna tell their friends, their family, their whole network about it. And you need to really leave them good experience. So again, based on the event theme and the purpose, that you are going to invite the right participants as well as pay more attention on the invitation. So you can also encourage them to spread the word around the event to bring more friends and family into it. So this could lead to better experience. And also, same as other methods of fundraising, make sure to marketing for your event, because at the end of the day, what is the point of hosting it and tell not much people about that, right? So make use a lot of social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can prepare the whole campaign on some platform for fundraising, and have a clear and well-organized communication plan with your target audience. Make sure you also track the result of the event. This is the very important point, because by looking at the number of people engaged and the money you raised, you could tell how viral or how successful your event was. And also track how did the activities here or sign up for your event can help you better organize it the next time you do it with the same type of event in the future. And asking them for some feedbacks after the event take place through email or Facebook post could also help gaining more insights. And some people would just love to share their past experience on their Facebook. So this way you connect more people. Let's say you have a Facebook group where people can jump in and they discuss about what have they done, what have they achieved during that sport event, say how much money they have raised through participating into that event. That could make them feel really belonging. Let's have some thoughts about the reason why the non-profits should host a sport event fundraising. Reason number one is sport event fundraising can give your organization the ability to raise a huge amount of money during a very fixed period of time if the event is organized and run correctly. Reason number two, if your organization haven't really bring on the game of brand awareness, this event could help enhancing that. So with nowadays, everyone is moving online, the organization brand name get the chance to be exposed and be viral online. So thanks to the shares and the likes from their participants, this will multiply significantly if organization know how to encourage these people to ask their contact to be involved. And the very last reason is on the community level, non-profits can also gain their brand awareness. So organizing an event gives non-profits much deeper roots in the local community. So local volunteers and participation will interact with your staff and board in a way that you will never be able to replicate sitting in the office or at a standard program event. Why are some sport events raise more money than the others? Let's talk about some small but straightforward things your organization can do to help you raise your fund up to 40% higher than the average. First thing, you really need to keep the registration simple and easy to sign. Secondly, again, goal. So set your expectations, set your goal. So only 50% of charity set fundraising target. But by doing that, you're gonna motivate your participants to achieve realistic goals and make it more challenging and exciting for them. You also need to make them feel important. For example, a simple handwriting card in the fundraising pack at the beginning. This can surprise your audience and make them feel your appreciation. Show your understanding by showing that you understand the challenges that your participants will encounter during the event, and give them some training advices. The very last one, which is make them feel part of something. Again, this is how you communicate with your donors and your supporters and whoever participate in your event. Um, it feels great to realize you're part of something more than just individuals' contribution. So providing Facebook group to connect with other participants and offer a chance to meet up before the events are much appreciated. Alrighty, that's the end of the vlog today. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'm very pleased to sharing with you those tips, and I hope that it's gonna help you and to make the decision whether or not to host an event fundraising using sport, as well as how to do it better. And happy fundraising, and I'll be expecting to see you guys in the next sharing.